Hey guys, so I got about 15 minutes to go before I clock in, but I wanted to come on here and give my thoughts on something that Cody Rhodes has alluded to that he would love to do, should he become champion at WrestleMania. And that is the fact that Cody Rhodes would love nothing more than to repeat history. And what I mean by repeat history is several years ago, when he was part of WWE still, and I think this was like a couple of years before AEW was even a thing. I think about 3-4 years, I think, before AEW was even a thing. And Cody Rhodes, before he became Stardust and everything, and before he became a babyface tag team partner of his brother Dustin, along with his father at their side, Cody decided that when he became Intercontinental Champion, he wasn't going to wear the Intercontinental Championship that they had at that time. Now, the Intercontinental Championship at that time, I still believe, was the Attitude Era style. It was still the round, oval shape Intercontinental Championship. And Cody decided, no, that's not what I'm going to wear. He says, I'm a traditionalist. I'm an old school guy. Even though he was a heel, he said, he basically made it his point to basically, try to... I guess you could say, what's the word? Reinvigorate, the legacy and the importance of the Intercontinental Championship. So what did he do? He basically took the Attitude Ruthless Aggression Era title, tossed it to the side, and said no more. And then he presented a new and improved, throwback of the old school Federation, New Generation Intercontinental Championship. That's right. The same Intercontinental Championship that was last worn by the likes of The Rock and all that, and even Owen Hart. Basically, the last, I don't know who was the last person to wear it before it went oval shape, but basically it was around those kind of stars. And he brought it back, but he brought it back with a white strap, and the WF was, replaced by W, basically WE, but it was basically the old school title. And believe it or not, people did pop for that. Even though he was a heel, they popped for Cody doing that. Now, the question, obviously, if you haven't been paying attention, is what do you mean by him wanting to repeat history? Well, Cody has made it very clear on recently on WWE's The Bump, the YouTube show there, which you can also see on the network on Peacock. He's made it clear through various other interviews across the board, with Ariel Helwani and Logan Paul and others, that he would love nothing more than to repeat history, but this time around, bringing back the old school winged eagle belt. And we're not talking the Attitude Era rounded ring, big wing belt, the big rounded one, if you will. No, we're not talking that. We're talking more along the lines of the belt that debuted basically 35 years ago today, or this week. That one. The one that Hogan wore to the ring that he lost to Andre in controversial fashion. That's the belt. That's the belt that he wants to bring back. That old school winged eagle belt, last held, believe it or not, by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Last held and won by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Before, he was given the new rounded, winged belt, if you will. That was basically known as the Attitude WWE Championship belt. But yeah, Austin was the last one to hold that. And Cody wants to bring that back should he beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And you know what? I am in agreement with a lot of people that grew up with old school WWE, WWF. I would love nothing more than to see, basically the winged eagle belt come back. I mean, everybody's been wanting to see it for a while. Everybody pretty much thought when Roman unified the belts that he would do it. That didn't happen. Or at least WWE would bring back some classic, iteration of the belt, even if it was the Attitude Era style belt, or even the classic Undisputed belt. That's what people, were hoping for. That never happened. But now it seems that we might probably be getting that. I mean, if WWE and Triple H and all of them are behind Cody all the way, and they're not going to let anything interfere in their plans this time, even despite the fact that fans would love Sammy to be the one that beats Roman and Sammy be the one that defends the title at Mania, or heck, they hold off on the Sammy match till Mania. Despite that, Cody is the chosen one right now. He is the chosen one. And there's no doubt people are wondering, well, what can you do within 6 to 4 months, if you will, to build up, not months, but 6 to 4 weeks, to build up to a feud between them. And it's easy. The feud is easy. Like I said, you have an option of having Sammy pull a Lex Luger at Elimination Chamber, but then lose it back to Roman maybe about a few days, a week later, by nefarious means, and then Roman, using his power, could try to expunge the loss at Elimination Chamber and make it look like it never happened, even though we all saw it. Then you could have Cody step in and say, no, you ain't pulling that. We all saw what happened. We all saw that he beat you. You can't act like it never happened, because that doesn't make you a real champion. That doesn't make you a true tribal chief or head of the table. And it doesn't make your family a true royal family if you're going to act like that never happened. So, so to me, honestly, that's, like I said, that's one way, as I mentioned in a previous video, that you could get something started with them beforehand. That's what you could do. And it would work. And even with the short amount of time you would have, even if you don't do that, or don't go in that direction, even in the short amount of time you have, you could have, something told in a grand way. I mean, you could have Roman look at Cody and be like, you're just going to be like everybody else they brought in to try to dethrone me. I'm going to take you down. And, you can have him do that. You can have him say, hey, I'm going to prove that it doesn't matter who you are or who gets brought in. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to beat you. You could do that. You could do that. And you could have Roman say, hey, it'll just prove that the Samoans were always the true royal family of wrestling and not the Rhodes or anybody else. You could do that too. You could have Roman look at Cody and say, yeah, you've improved, you've changed and everything since the last time we faced you, but you know what, so have I. And you know what, I'm more vicious and everything, and all it takes is one mistake on your part and I'll win. So yeah, they'll figure out a way. Knowing how Triple H and his creative team are, they'll be able to take whatever heat Roman's going to get and transfer that heat that he has because of Sammy, and basically, transfer it into the program with Cody, to where people are going to want to see Cody be the one to, kick his ass and take the title at WrestleMania. You could do that. They could do that. And I think, honestly, that's a possibility that I see happening. That could happen. You could, between the two. That you can take, storyline wise, you could take whatever heat, and everything he's going to have after Elimination Chamber and transfer it over to Cody, because Cody could be the one that comes out along with Kevin to save Sami Zayn. To help save Sami Zayn, and then you set up from that interaction there to basically, the setup at WrestleMania. And if the rumor is, and there is speculation about this, if the rumor is you're going to allow them to be real, kind of shoot, then I don't think you can ask for anything better than that. I don't think so. I don't really think so. So anyway, yeah, I trust Triple H and his creative crew to take something between Rhodes and Reigns and make it into something, even if it's, a continuation or basically the next chapter, in the whole bloodline, or next to final chapter in the whole bloodline scenario now. I could see them doing that, and I know it would work. But would Cody be allowed, would Triple H allow him, if you will, to bring back the Winged Eagle belt? If he's going to become the undisputed champion, will he allow him to say, hey, we don't need 2 titles, we need just one, and he brings back the Winged Eagle belt out for a new generation? I think Triple H, being an old school guy, will allow it. I think he'll allow it. I think he'll be able to convince people like Nick Khan and Vince that, hey, it's a good idea. It'll make money. It's for a new generation. And you know what? And financially it helps us out because we don't have to always buy or pay for custom, or new and improved championships here and there all the time. So I could see him doing that. I could see that happening. I can't. I could see Cody being allowed to make that happen because, again, they're putting all the eggs in Cody's basket. They want to basically shove it in AEW's face, let's be honest, that, hey, we made him champion when you had a chance to, but you didn't. But we took the opportunity, despite setbacks and everything. We followed through. We made him champion, and now now we're shoving it in your face. We're pushing it in your face that, hey, this could have been you had you not talked him into doing this. Basically, agreeing not to have another shot at the title if he didn't beat Jericho. But yeah, I could see this. I could see that happening. I can't. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Let me know what your thoughts are on Cody possibly bringing back the Wing Eagle belt. How do you feel about it? Let me know down below and in the live chat. You will get an audio podcast version of this later. But give me your thoughts, guys. I got to get into work now, and I am out.